Hello everyone, my name's Aaron and this is my wife's 2015 Buick Verano, and she's having a problem with her cabin air filter. I noticed it was a problem because when you turn on the AC and it blows out the air, it stinks pretty gnarly. So we're going to be replacing that. The reason why I'm making this video and doing it myself, even though I'm not a mechanic, is because I took this car to Sears to have the oil change service done and asked them if they could replace the cabin air filter, and they said that they couldn't do it because it was too difficult. So we're gonna replace it today, and it's not gonna be that difficult unless you're a really big guy and you can't get down into this spot. This is the new air filter that we're gonna put in, and these are the tools you're gonna need. Of course, you're gonna need something to drink while you're doing it because you get thirsty. I don't have a nut driver, so I'm using a impact wrench. I don't recommend doing this, especially when you're working on automotive parts, because you could over torque and strip the head or just break it entirely. But if you take it easy, you should be safe. I have a flashlight because we're in a dark spot of the car. I'm using a number 7 millimeter wrench, deep throat. You don't necessarily need the deep throat for the number 7, but for the number 10 you do, because there's a nut you have to take off that has about that much of a screw sticking through that you have to get to. I also have a T10 star bit. We're going to need that for a couple of the screws that we have to take out. The needle nose pliers are for grabbing screws in hard to reach places, and the screwdriver is for popping open a clip. We'll look at that in a moment. So the first thing you need to do is take off this side panel here, and how you do that is just grab it from the bottom and pull it to the side, and it's going to be behind this weather stripping, so you'll have to kind of pull it out without ripping it, and just set that to the side. I don't have a good lighting situation, so it's going to be hard to see, but directly beneath the glove box is this airbag right here. You need to take that out, and you do that by removing this nut here. You can see you need the empty hollow socket to get to that nut, and the other nut is right here on this side. The other nut is once you've taken those two nuts out, the airbag should drop freely, but it's going to be held with a wire. Just be careful not to damage that. Your airbag is a sensitive part of your car, and you don't want to cause it to deploy while you're working on it. After you drop the airbag, it exposes the next 3 screws that you have to remove. There's that one there, that one there, and that one there. That's what you're going to use the T10 star bit to take out. After you remove the 3 screws from under the airbag behind the glove box, you take the 4 bolts out that are holding in the glove box. I usually start with the hardest to reach ones first. I find it convenient, once you've taken out the screws, to just drop them into the glove box so they don't get lost. Apologize for the shaky camera. I'm not a professional videographer, obviously. Once you've got the 3 screws from underneath pulled out and the 4 bolts, 2 here and 2 over here, pulled out, you can just drop that glove box right out. Okay. Before you take it completely out, you should know that there's a plug for the light inside. You'll need to remove the plug from the socket. It'd be good to use the flathead screwdriver for that. So you just pull out with your finger. And again, I'm sorry for the shaky camera. I'm trying to do this one-handed. There we go. So that'll pull right out there. And this, you don't have a whole lot of clearance here, so you kind of just have to jimmy it off to the side like that. So once you've got your harness or your power disconnected, you can go ahead and just remove the glove box entirely. And voila, it just comes right out. Now that you have the glove box out, the easiest part is getting to the filter. This part actually kind of got me. I was confused and thinking that this whole thing here had to come out, but then I realized that this top piece is a clip, and so you're going to want to use your flathead and just pop that up, and that's a door for your filter. So you just give that a little press. Oh, there's also little ears on the side here. Okay, now there's a wire harness hanging down here on the left side. You'll need to pull that out of the way and then pull the door down. And there's our dirty old cabin air filter, and it's kind of wedged in there, so I just use something to pry it out, like a screwdriver. And you don't want to rub this on anything in your car because it's full of dirt if it's old like mine. And there it is. That's an ugly, dirty cabin air filter that needs to be replaced. Up, you just do the opposite to close it up and you'll be good. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned a lot out of this disassemble. The reason I decided to shoot it myself was because I was trying to look for videos on how to do it after the Sears guys couldn't do it, and nobody had any good way of doing it without removing the entire dashboard. I don't know why they ever recommended that. This has been the easiest way that I found that I can do it, and I hope you're able to get through it just as quickly.